This is not clickbait. Reddit will actually pay you real money to post, but there are a few caveats. On September 26th, Reddit announced that they were going to be launching a new contributor program where people could get paid money for their contributions to Reddit. And then more recently, they launched this webpage about it. Earn with the Reddit contributor program. Fake internet points are now finally worth something. Now Redditors can earn real money for their contributions to the Reddit community based on karma and gold that they've been given. This is given by people who are reading the posts. Contributors apply to the program to see if they're eligible. Redditors, which is the people that are reading it, will give gold to post comments or other contributions that they think are really worth something. Then the eligible contributors that earn karma and gold can get paid in cash, and I believe that cash is out once a month. Top contributors earn top dollar, yada yada. The requirements, there's some basic requirements laid out. Be 18, live in the United States, have an older Reddit account, and basically they just don't want to be paying everybody for everything. They just want to be able to narrow it down as a way to control costs a little bit better. Now, as for how specifically this is going to work, originally this was leaked on Android Authority, and then TechCrunch picked it up and ran an article about it as well. This feature was leaked about 2 months ago when a reverse engineer found data in an APK teardown. That's not something you have to worry about. A Redditor's karma, or the number of upvotes receives, dictates how much money they can earn. To withdraw money, Redditors need to have at least 10 gold in a 30-day period. If they don't reach the threshold, then the balance rolls over. For users between 100 and 4,999 karma, they will receive 90 cents per 1 gold. Once you earn more than 5,000 karma, you will receive $1 per 1 gold. So basically this works by Redditors who are accepted to the program making regular posts on the website just like they normally would, and then users who really like that will give those posts gold. As those posts receive gold and more gold, then the contributor can cash out probably once a month with when they have at least 10 gold. I believe the amount is a 50-50 split, so half of it will go to Reddit and half of it will go to the user themselves. However, some of you more detective-minded people may remember that Reddit actually discontinued gold along with a lot of other stuff. I'm just going to read the TLDR on the post they made. Too long didn't read. We are now reworking how great content and contributors are rewarded on Reddit. So this was a bit of foreshadowing a few months ago. As part of this, we made a decision to sunset coins, including community coins for moderators, and awards, including medals, premium awards, community awards, and so on, which also impact some existing Reddit premium perks. Starting today, you will no longer be able to purchase new coins, but all awards and existing coins will continue to be available until September 12th. As of right now, there is no official word on how this whole system is going to work. But if I had to guess, and bear in mind this is a total guess, but if I had to guess, people who sign up for Reddit Premium will be given a certain amount of gold each month with an option to purchase more gold if they want. Then throughout the month, as they see contributions on Reddit or posts or memes or what have you that they really like, they can give that gold directly to that post. Reddit will then split 50-50, whatever that gold is worth, between the contributor and the Reddit themselves. But if something updates and I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments and I'll pin any corrections I need to. But this of course leads us to the big question of why. Why would Reddit be interested in paying users to do something that they're already doing for free? And the answer initially starts pretty simple, but then it gets a little bit more complicated. The simple reason is that Reddit wants to go public. They've wanted to go public for a while now, and they had major plans to do it in this latter half of 2023. And in order to do that and be as interesting to investors as possible, they need to be as close to profitable as they can be. The Motley Fool actually did an article about this. Reddit is thinking of going public. It originally filed for confidential initial public offering at the end of 2021 when the meme stock trading frenzy was still going strong. But as the market made a turn for the worst in 2022, it, along with many other companies considering IPOs, shelved the idea until conditions improved. That time has apparently come. According to The Information, which is a different publication, the social media site resuscitates its plans and is aiming for the back half of 2023. Because it filed for a confidential offering, Reddit is shielded from having to publicly share information until just before the offering, giving it time to work out of the spotlight. Yet that also means investors won't have a lot of time to decide whether to invest in its IPO. So let's consider whether a social media platform would be a good place for your money, so on and so forth. Probably what this means is that Reddit is running at a significant loss, and so they filed for a confidential IPO so that they could really get their stuff together and look as good as they possibly could right before they go for the IPO. That way all people are seeing are right at the edge of the IPO, how much money they're making or losing, and not right now where they're probably losing a tremendous amount. Now, in order to look as profitable as they can be, Reddit is doing 3 huge things to essentially make more money and be more appealing to investors when they IPO. The first one that you're probably well familiar with even if you aren't a user of Reddit, is their shutting down of APIs, which led to a huge battle between this guy, I am Mathis, who was the developer of Apollo, which was one of the most popular Reddit substitution apps. If you didn't want to use the Reddit app, you could use the Apollo app instead. It led to this huge thing where he was going to have to pay something insane like $200,000 a month in order to be able to continue to use the Reddit API. This led to these basically all hitting the top of r/all and r/popular, and it's just this back and forth between Reddit and the developer, with him saying, there's essentially nothing I can do, Reddit's charging me too much money and not giving me enough time to figure out how to make this profitable. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to shut the whole thing down. You may also have become familiar with this guy Spez, who became so unbelievably unpopular during this time. He did an AMA to try and clear things up, but probably it is one of the most downvoted AMAs of all time, aside from maybe the James Corden AMA. As you can see here, he only answered a couple of really lowball questions and got downvoted into oblivion. Here are his answers. Minus 2,000, minus 1,700, minus 2,500, minus almost 1,000, minus almost 1,000, minus almost 1,000. You get the idea. People were very upset with him for leading this decision to shut down all the APIs because there were so many millions of users that didn't like the Reddit app, but they liked some other app like Apollo. But the big reason Reddit did this was because if someone is on the Apollo app, Reddit's not actually making any money off of them. If you're on the Apollo app, you're not seeing Reddit's ads, and so Reddit isn't making any money for your views, your attention, or your clicks if you were to click on one of the ads. And not only is Reddit not making money off of you if you're on a different app, it's actually actively losing money because they're keeping up the costs of keeping the API running and free for any developers that wanted to use it. And so a really easy way to start earning more money without actually having to do anything was to just kick off everybody off their API and force everyone over to the Redditor app. So you don't actually have any more users overall, you just have more users that are seeing your ads, and that directly translates to more money. Now, the second big thing they're doing is what the main part of the video is about. It is this contributor program, and they're doing this for a couple of reasons. The first reason is, frankly, everyone else is doing something like this. You've probably heard of like YouTube splits revenue, TikTok has a little bit of a payout, Twitch, you subscribe and you have a 50-50 cut, but probably what you don't realize is that basically every social media has some kind of creator contributor program. Twitter has it, Instagram has it, Pinterest even has one, Facebook has one, LinkedIn has one, YouTube has one, TikTok has one, Medium has some, Snapchat does, Clubhouse does, Poshmark, which I haven't even heard of, does, Twitch. You get the idea. Essentially, everyone else is offering it. If you have a website that runs off of user-generated content, then you have some way of getting paid for it. And Reddit is surprisingly behind in this, in that they've never offered anything like that. The second big reason is that there's just more competition than ever for your attention. Say you wanted to spend time on social media. You've got an hour of leisure time. Are you going to spend time creating for a website like TikTok, where there's a chance you could blow up and that could potentially translate into some kind of a creator career with sponsorships and ad revenue payouts? Or are you going to spend your time creating for Reddit, where even if you have the most viral post on all of Reddit, no one is going to know who you are or probably even really care who you are, because Reddit is so very anonymous behind all of the usernames as opposed to it being linked to you directly as a person. There are basically no Reddit celebrities like you have on TikTok and YouTube or even LinkedIn, really. But if you create an incentive program where there's an opportunity that you might blow up and get big on Reddit and make a lot of money, a lot more people are going to be spending time on Reddit and creating content for Reddit, which in turn will get more people on the website because there's just more to do and more to see. Now, the third big thing that Reddit is improving is their search function, which, as you probably know if you've ever used Reddit, is absolutely terrible. They even released this huge blog post just a few weeks ago about how they are planning to fix it. Actually, only been a week. New on Reddit, improved search capability, speed, media tab, and so on. And this basically details one long list of reasons and ways that they are improving the search experience. And this is for some very important reasons. When you search Reddit, you probably go to Google, type in whatever your Reddit query is, and then add Reddit at the end to only get Reddit search results. And that's because Reddit search being horrible is just a universal experience that everyone's kind of adapted to basically never use it. But when people do this, it's directly bad for Reddit because you are leaving Reddit the platform in order to go somewhere else and perform searches. When you're no longer on Reddit's platform, you can't be shown advertisements. Because if you look at the search results in Reddit, I typed in why is league so addicting, something that I'm sure we all have experience with. Look at all of these posts, and not a single one of these is an advertisement. You can think what a huge advertising opportunity this is if people start using Reddit search because it's finally good and functional. You can insert so many more ads here, and you might actually even get people who aren't Redditors or don't frequent Reddit, knowing that Reddit is a wealth of information, coming on, using their search function, and being served even more ads, both through the posts that they click on because ads now appear above the comments, and also through the search engine itself. Reddit basically wants to be the next YouTube. YouTube. As you probably know, the most popular search engine right now in the world is Google. Basically, bar none, no competition. But the second most popular search engine is YouTube, which is kind of a search engine within a search engine because it exists as a subsidiary of Google. Reddit wants to be that same thing. There's Google, the big search engine. Probably they're not going to compete with that. But what they can do is be a kind of a secondary search engine that people who are interested in facts or information or help or what have you come onto Reddit in order to use their search function. If they can get a large amount of people who are using Reddit basically as a search engine to find information or learn new things, that's a tremendous amount of ad opportunity and the opportunity to make more money. So essentially, Reddit wants to go public and it wants to look as good as possible when it releases its numbers and be as close to or maybe even over the threshold of profitability. And in order to do this, they are willing to pay contributors in order to make more posts on Reddit, spend more time on Reddit, and hopefully get even more people to sign up for Reddit Premium. The idea here is that they will make more money on the back end because of the number of people flocking to the site or paying for gold or upgrading their subscriptions to Reddit Premium. As for whether or not this will actually work out, we are going to have to wait and see because there's a possibility people will just start copying other people's posts in hope of getting gold. And there's a lot of other issues with this the more you post, the more you make system that Twitter is also experiencing as well. But if it works out for Reddit, we will find out, and I will definitely update you when we learn that. Thanks for watching.